Welcome to Learn Tech Today English. Learn today, understand better, and succeed tomorrow.
Welcome to Learn Tech Today English. Today, we are pushing a major mental software update to quiet those restless thoughts of yours. We're diving into a brilliant framework by monk and author Gopal Das, built around a simple 3-step algorithm: neglect, note, and negotiate. If dealing with endless mental chatter sounds literally impossible right now, stick with me. It's going to be crystal clear by the end of this explainer. Okay, imagine trying to run a super high-performance app on your smartphone, right? You need it to work perfectly, but there's this rogue background process that just keeps spamming you with totally useless notifications. It is completely draining your battery to zero before lunchtime. Sound familiar? Well, that relentless background app is exactly what your chattering mind is doing to your daily focus. I mean, look at this. Our minds are constantly switched on. They're chattering away, projecting all these random fears about the future and constantly demanding instant gratification. Honestly, it's exhausting. It's exactly like having 100 browser tabs open at once, and you have absolutely no idea where the music is coming from. So, here's our troubleshooting guide for today. We'll look at the mental background app, meet the mind's toddler, and then install our 3 patches: smart spam filtering, mental data logging, and the cheat day. Finally, we'll reboot your OS.
All right, part 1, the mental background app. Let's diagnose this bug.
You know, we spend so much time optimizing our digital devices for maximum efficiency, but we rarely optimize our real intelligence. An uncontrollable, chattering mind absolutely destroys your focus and ruins your productivity. And get this, it's not even a new problem. The Bhagavad Gita, which is this ancient spiritual text, actually states that the mind wanders due to its restless and unsteady nature. It's a subtle organ that literally never rests. Think about that. If we leave it completely unregulated, this restless nature turns our mind into our greatest enemy. But if we can learn to regulate it, it becomes our absolute best friend. Moving on to part 2, meet the mind's toddler. Let's identify the malware. So Gopal Das shares the story about a mother frantically searching an airport for her missing toddler, Joshua. When she finally spots him, what does he do? He drops to the floor laughing. He threw a totally fake tantrum just for the attention. Now, you can't just delete a toddler, right? And you definitely can't delete your mind. Joshua the toddler runs away and throws fake tantrums for attention. And in our digital world, that is exactly like a smartphone spam app throwing fake alarms to break your focus. To get your mental bandwidth back, we have to learn to manage these tantrums. And that brings us to the ultimate software patch, the 3 N's algorithm. This is your precise 3-step method to silence the chatter. Step 1 is neglect, our smart spam filtering. Step 2 is note, our mental data logging. And step 3 is negotiate, which is basically the cheat day. Let's break down exactly how to install each of these patches, starting with the first one. Step 1, smart spam filtering, or neglect. This is how we deal with the mind's false alarms. Think about it. If a toddler throws a fake tantrum and you immediately run over and react, what actually happens? You accidentally reinforce their bad behavior. The kid learns that acting out equals getting attention. Well, guess what? Your mind works the exact same way. It throws fake alarms just to distract you. If you give those thoughts your full attention, you're reinforcing the distraction. So smart spam filtering is the active process of neglecting or just plain ignoring that meaningless chatter. By actively choosing to ignore it, you instantly break that cycle. But obviously, you can't just sit there and think about nothing, right? You have to intentionally shift your focus. The best way to neglect the chatter is to actively redirect your bandwidth. Do something enjoyable, like reading a great book. Do something engaging, like picking up that creative hobby you've been putting off. Or do something energizing, like conscious breathing. You are actively starving that fake tantrum of the attention it so desperately wants. Now, what if ignoring it just doesn't work? That leads us to step 2, mental data logging, or note it down. We've all been there, right? You're trying to put your mind on silent mode to finally get some sleep, but it just keeps buzzing with these urgent-sounding thoughts. Well, the mind, much like any person you meet, sometimes just wants to be acknowledged. If you keep ignoring a genuine-sounding notification, it's just gonna ping louder. Mental data logging is all about giving the mind the minute attention it craves by physically writing down those urgent thoughts. It's exactly like using a to-do list app to log random ideas so your brain can finally stop carrying them around and just chill out. Here's a super practical process you can literally start tonight. Just keep a small notepad nearby, especially when you're trying to sleep. When your mind starts shouting, physically write down the thought. This simple act tells your mind, okay, message received, I have saved the data. And that allows it to finally switch to silent mode. Then review the log the next morning. You'll almost always find that what felt like a massive world-ending emergency at 2 a.m. was really just another mental toddler tantrum. All right, moving on to step 3, the cheat day, or negotiate. So for a mind that is completely obsessed with the future and constantly demanding instant gratification, you simply cannot forcefully shut it down. It just doesn't work that way. But what you can do is strike a really smart deal. The cheat day algorithm is all about establishing a focus now, play later agreement. You are literally negotiating with your internal toddler to guarantee its cooperation by delaying gratification. Let's look at a fitness diet analogy because it illustrates this perfectly. If you restrict calories too harshly, like extreme restriction, your system eventually crashes and you just end up binging on junk food. But if you use smart negotiation, like promising your mind one cheat day in exchange for 6 days of healthy eating, your mind happily cooperates. Why? Because it knows a luxury reward is coming. You can apply this exact same logic to studying or working. Promise your brain one episode of your favorite TV show tonight in exchange for 2 hours of deep, uninterrupted focus right now. Seriously, it works like magic. Okay, we have all our patches installed. Let's move to our final section, rebooting your operating system. So here's your quick system upgrade summary. Neglect fake mental tantrums by shifting your focus. Note down persistent thoughts to acknowledge them and silence the mind. And negotiate to create a focus now, play later compromise. But hey, listen closely to this warning. The math must always favor your end goal. You can't work out for 6 days just to eat an entire week's worth of cake in one day, right? The balance has to tilt towards your success. And remember, mastering these techniques takes conscious competence at first. It will require some hard, active work before it becomes an automatic habit. But by mastering the 3 N's today, you are fundamentally upgrading your emotional hardware. You'll regain your mental bandwidth, reduce daily anxiety, and train your brain to delay gratification for long-term success. You don't have to be a victim of your own restless thoughts anymore. Tame the toddler in your mind and unlock your true potential. If you found this explainer helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Learn Tech Today English. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss our latest AI and tech updates. See you in the next learning video.